Well, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump continue to make their pitch to voters with less than 8 weeks to Election Day. Trump spoke during a rally in Las Vegas yesterday. He remained firm on his stance against a second televised presidential debate with his opponent, while also complaining about how the first debate was run. Fox's Mark Meredith has the latest.
Former President Trump says he's not interested in another debate with Vice President Harris, even if the American people want to see it. 67 million people tuned in to watch this first debate. Trump critics and even some of his staunchest supporters, though, were surprised at Trump's debate performance, one Republican senator calling it a missed opportunity. At his Vegas rally, Trump accused ABC, the network which hosted the debate, of trying to boost Harris over him by fact-checking some of his remarks.
I said that crime was up massively. I didn't want to go into the details. What's the purpose? Crime was up massively. And David Muir, you know, he's another one who doesn't have a clue, you know. And his hair was much better 5 years ago, I can tell you.
The vice president's campaign says it's willing to participate in another debate. It raised more than $47 million afterwards, but Harris herself says the event was lackluster.
It was the same old show, the same tired playbook we've heard for years, with no plan on how he would address the needs of the American people. Well, folks, it's time to turn the page.
Meantime, the Trump campaign is facing growing questions about a woman who's been showing up a lot around the former president, conservative activist Laura Loomer. She's been called a fringe conspiracy theorist after calling 9/11 an inside job, but Trump says he wants to keep her around. He posted on Truth Social that she doesn't work for the campaign. She's a private citizen and longtime supporter. I disagree with the statements she's made. Like the millions of people who support me, she is tired of watching the radical left Marxists and fascists violently attack and smear me. Trump is set to return to the campaign trail next week with stops in North Carolina and Michigan. In Las Vegas, Mark Meredith, Fox News.